All right, Coach. Two rough week on the road, but two losses. But played well for spurts. Just kind of talk about last week's games and then getting ready for this week in Bowling Green.
Sure. Obviously, starting with the game down in Ohio, we didn't play very well. We didn't have the same kind of energy that we've had in some other games. I give Ohio credit for some of that, for sure. We were obviously have had a short roster here for a little while. The Akron game ahead of time really took a lot out of our guys without a lot of preparation time and practice. But our guys competed, and we didn't play our best. Ohio is a very good team. You're going to have to be firing on all cylinders to play those guys, especially at their place. And we didn't do that. We hung around for a little bit, but we didn't do that for 40 minutes, and that's what gets you. We went down to Miami, played very well in a lot of aspects. Held them to under 40% shooting. They were averaging 85 points over the last 4 games. We held them to 65 points, under 40% shooting. We just couldn't make shots. We went through and graded our shots and looked at the shots we took, and we thought we got a lot of open shots by some guys that we want shooting those, but they didn't go in. And so that's part of the game. You got to be able to play on both ends of the floor. Continuing to try to get guys back, get guys healthy, guys back into playing, into the rotation, and certainly a big game this week here against Bowling Green Wednesday night.
Coach Greg Lee continues to play very well. In fact, he's probably been your most consistent player from day one. And he's scoring at just about any way you can.
Yeah, Greg is playing extremely well here over the last few weeks. He's now our leading scorer in conference play. He's really found a niche of where he can score, put himself in a position to be successful. His teammates are looking for him. He's scoring around the rim. He's got a really nice mid-range jumper game, scores in a variety of ways around the basket. He's really worked hard and continues to improve. He actually leads our team in assists from his position as well. So he's been a very, very versatile asset and had an outstanding year so far with us, and certainly looking here over the next 5-6 weeks for him to continue his strong play and lead our team.
Justin Whiten's had a good game on Saturday against Miami. I thought he really showed some assertiveness going to the basket, and I think that's where he can really be effective around that basket and in the lane, from 10, 12 feet away.
Jason played really hard. He was really aggressive. He went to the rim. He got some offensive rebounds. Had an open look from three, didn't go in, but it was a really good shot. But we need that. We need his assertiveness. We need his aggressiveness. We need his physicality. It was great to see. We should have played him more. Certainly in the first half we should have, but he had a really good game. And we obviously need to continue that going forward.
I don't know this for sure, but it seems like he tries to be a good teammate and get everybody else involved. But at some point, you need to be accountable on your own. And he appeared to be doing that on Saturday.
Yeah, we actually met after the Ohio game and talked about some things that he can do better, some different things he can do. And a lot of that, Robin, is very true. He's obviously a consummate team player. He really wants to win. He wants to play the right way, which is really valuable. But sometimes he turns down some open looks. Maybe he's not aggressive as he should be because he's trying to do things, for the team. And it's a balance, obviously, and it's something it's easier said than done. But it was great to see him on this side of the scale, certainly against Miami, and we need that from him.
Coach, with everything going on this year, obviously with COVID and all that stuff, it's been talked about time and time again. But then we don't have another home game as of right now until next Saturday. So with all that COVID stuff going on, you also have to go on the road. How difficult has that been? And are the as a team, are the guys kind of getting used to being on the road and maybe getting more comfortable going and playing at somebody else's place?
I think the hardest thing that's happened with COVID this year isn't necessarily the travel, though it's different. You have different safety precautions and accommodations that you're trying to make sure that everyone stays as safe as possible. I think the hardest thing that's happened, with our team and probably with most teams, is trying to find a rhythm. I think early on in December, we were playing a lot better than we maybe are right now. but we also went, gosh, 4 or 5 weeks without any incidents, any positive tests or any contact tracing, and you can practice and you can play and you can finally get into a rhythm. And I thought our guys were playing better. There's whatever 30, 31 days in January, and you play on some of those, and you've got some of those that have to be off by NCAA rules, and you have the other ones you can practice. We went probably 10 or 11 days in the month of January where we weren't allowed to practice. Or if you did practice, it was all of a sudden, hey, we're cleared to practice. Let's do something at 5 tonight. And just getting into a rhythm and getting into a routine has been the most challenging part for our young men, candidly, also for our coaching staff. So I think continuing to try to play games, I think is going to help. Is going to continue to help us. I think you can see that around the league, the teams that are consistently playing are playing better. I think the other thing that happens is you don't know who's going to be in or who's going to be out. We're obviously going through that right now. And I think sometimes what's taken for granted for these young men is, well, they're back, so they should be playing, just like they were before they left. And you go 10, 14 days without playing basketball, and then you pick up a basketball and you're playing, for example, at Ohio. That's a big, big challenge for these young men, and something we all have to do a better job of understanding, certainly us as a coaching staff, and we continue to challenge to work our guys through that.
One thing about being shorthanded and having some of your regular guys that are in the rotation not playing is you get to give younger players, future assets, some playing time. And I think Dalen Hamilton and JoJo Freeman are really starting to adjust to the pace of the game and starting to look more at ease out there and playing more free and getting things done.
I agree, Robin. I think the best thing you can do to learn what it takes to play at this level a lot of times is to play at this level. And they're being counted on right now. They're playing, almost at least 20 minutes a game. They're learning the speed of the game. There's a lot of really good players. They're learning, how to play without fouling, what's good shots, how to be aggressive, how to play winning basketball. It's been great. I think that's the thing we talked about from day one with our group is there's going to be change. There's going to be adjustments. There's going to be guys missing. The lineups are going to continue to change. And everybody's got to stay ready. And when your opportunity comes, you're going to be counted on to play well. And JoJo and Dalen have done a nice job here over the last couple of weeks with everything going on. And I think it's really helped their confidence and their development.
What do you see in Dalen's game? I really like his game. He's a lot bigger than you think. I was down on the court level for this past game for the first time and really got to see him up close. He's good sized guard and blocked a couple of shots. He goes to the rim, he gets to the basket, he plays above the rim when he has to.
Dalen is a great athlete, high level athlete, good body, good frame, good strength. He's an aggressive young man. He can score the basketball in a lot of different ways. He can make shots with his feet set for sure, but he loves to play. He has a natural talent to score the basketball. We're just trying to help him find what are the right opportunities to do that. How to make plays for other people are things that he's working on. And then obviously defensively, he's really, really improved as the season's gone along. He's a very, very good on the ball defender. He can really give other guards problems. We've counted on him. Even you go back to Lauren Jackson, against Akron, obviously, if not the best, one of the best players in the league, and he did a nice job on him. We've got to coach him better. We've got to help him better and show him more film. He's got to not foul as much. He's fouled a lot in the last 3 games, but that's part of learning and part of growing. But we're certainly excited about him and his upside and his future as a Bronco.
Coach, against this Bowling Green team, they were picked to win the MAC this year. What challenges do they present?
Well, they present a lot of challenges, and a lot of it starts with obviously with Justin Turner. I'm not sure. I don't know if he broke the scoring record against Toledo, but if not, there's an opportunity for him to become the all-time leading scorer against us. If he's not there already in the history of their program, which is obviously an incredible accomplishment. He gets 20 a night. He's a tough matchup. He's a really complete guard. but then they have two other seniors, in Diggs and Plowden, who are really good players. And those three guys have played a lot of basketball. They're good players at this level. They really can score. Bowling Green does a really good job of not turning the basketball over. They really value the basketball. They score. They score a lot, and it's obviously going to be a big challenge for our defense here.
Playing this league this year seems to be really deep. I've been around a long time. You have too, and usually there's 2 or 3 teams that really stand out. But this year, man, it just seems like everybody's pretty good. We haven't seen everybody yet, but the ones I've seen are pretty good. And there's a lot of really good players in this league.
This is really tough basketball. This is why you want to come to Western Michigan and play. The league has been ranked anywhere between 8 and 12 in the country of 32 leagues over the last 5 years, and there are no nights off. Home, away, it really doesn't matter. There's really good players. There's really good coaches. There's teams that play a lot of. There's different styles, but it's not easy. And you're right, Robin. There are no nights off, and you've got to compete. You got to prepare, and you got to be ready to play every single night. Because as you just said, every night you show up, it's going to be a battle.
Now you're playing Bowling Green on Wednesday. That game has been moved up a few days. Any idea if you'll play any games after Wednesday this week?
Well, as we joke about, we hope we can get to Wednesday. We'll take care of Wednesday, and then we'll see what's going to happen next. I think there's now one team is coming off shutdown or being shut down, and one team is going on, and how that does with what that does with the schedule and how you put the jigsaw puzzle together. I think we'll find out as the week goes on. We'll see. We'll adapt, and we'll go from there.